Okay, this is a review for chapter 14. Okay, before you guys take your test tomorrow. So it just says read the questions carefully. Okay, and then identify the figures. Well, look at number one. It has three sides, right? Sorry about that. It has three sides. So is that a hexagon? No. How many shapes? How many sides does a hexagon have? Six. Okay. An octagon has how many? Eight. Like an octopus, right? And a pentagon has five. So obviously a triangle has three. So that would be D. Okay. Number two. Okay, if it's an octagon that has eight sides, well, let's count. One, two, three, four, five, six. It's got six sides. So what is it? It's a hexagon. Okay, and number three, it's a trapezoid. Okay, quadrilateral if you want to call that, but it has a specific name, trapezoid. Okay, hold on, I'm not there yet. Now, number four, octagon. How do I know that? Because, well, look. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Eight sides. So that's an octagon. That's letter G. And then five is a pentagon because, well, obviously, look, it has five sides. So that's C. All right, let's do number six. It says describe each two-dimensional figure, then identify the figure. Well, I I'm gonna. It looks like we're starting with how many sides it has, right? So how many sides does number six have? Four. Well, obviously it can be I and it can be H and it can be F, right? So it has four sides and it has four angles. That's the corners right here that you see. So obviously it's a quadrilateral. Okay. What's its real name? Rectangle. Okay. And obviously number seven has three sides, three angles, and it's a triangle. So that would be A. And by the way, tri means three. Just so you know. Okay, it says on the other side, it says tell whether each angle shown is a right angle, less than a right angle or greater than a right angle. So I have this angle right here. Is that less or greater than, or is it a right angle? Okay, remember here's a angle like this. A right angle is a capital, like it looks like a capital L, right? Okay, so is number one less or greater than? Less would be this. Less would be this right here. Anything inside of here would be less. More would be anything on this side. So number one, is it greater than or less? It's greater than. And then number two, well, how do you say that? Smaller than, less than, right? And it says if you're not sure, use an index card. So I need to write if it's a polygon or not a polygon. Okay, a polygon is a closed shape with sides. So number one, is that a polygon? No. And you know what? Just to make it simple, NP, not a polygon. Is two a polygon? That's a polygon. You could write it all out if you want. Polygon. Is three a polygon? Is it a closed shape? Yes, there's no gaps in between. So yes, it is a polygon. And then look at four. Is that a polygon? Yes, it is. That's a polygon. Is 5 a polygon? Why isn't a oval a polygon? Why? Because it doesn't have flat sides like this one does. They have to have flat sides. Plus, a polygon has to have angles. Are there any angles? Are there any corners in a circle or in an oval? No. So this is not a polygon. Is 6 a polygon? Yes, that's a polygon. Look at 7. Is 7 a polygon? Is 8 a polygon? Okay, remember, the whole shape has to have flat sides. Does it have flat sides? No, so it's not a polygon. Okay, number 9, is that a polygon? Yes, they're all flat. 10, is that a polygon? No. 11, is that a polygon? Yes, it looks like they're all flat. And then 12, is that a polygon? No, not a polygon in P. So on this one, based on the sides, it has a name. Okay? Based on the sides, it has a name. So, number 1, how many sides does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 sides. Okay? And by the way, that is actually called a heptagon. 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 And obviously number 2 has 5 sides, so that's called a pentagon. And there actually is a building in Washington, D.C. called a pentagon, because it does have 5 sides. Okay, number 3. How many sides does it have? 6. So this is called a hexagon. And 4 has how many? 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's octagon, just like an octopus has 8 sides. Or 8 in Spanish is ocho, means 8. All right, 5 obviously has how many sides? 4. You can call it a square. What else could you call it? Quadrilateral. Yeah, even a parallelogram if you wanted. But based on the sides, square. If you want to go with quadrilateral, that would be fine. Okay, and then number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's nonagon. And then how do I know? Well, like this. So right, it has 9 sides, and it's called a nonagon. Nonagon. All right, and then number 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a heptagon. And then number 8 has 6 sides. That's a hexagon. So number 9 has 10 sides. Okay, and that's called a decagon. And then number 10 has 8 sides, so that's an octagon. So if you notice that these shapes, okay, are not really perfect like the other ones that we saw, huh? Okay, but they still have a name depending on the size that they have. So number 1, what would that be called? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 sides. So you're right, that would be a pentagon. Number 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. So that would be an octagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 has 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 has 7 sides. So 6 is called a 6 is called as what? Hexagon is for number 4. And number 3 is a heptagon. Heptagon. Number 4 is a hexagon. Number 5, 4 sides. So doesn't look like a square though. And its sides are not parallel, but it has 4 sides. Quadrilateral, very nice. Wait, whoops, I spelled wrong. Quadr. Quadrilateral, like that. 4 sides. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's a nonagon. Whoops. That one has it's a nonagon. It has 9 sides. Wow, look at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 sides. And that's called a decagon. And 8 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 sides, and that's called a heptagon. So, all right. Okay, let's see. Number of sides 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's an octagon. And number 10, 4 sides. Quadr. That's DRILET. Sorry, LATERAL. Quadrilateral. Because quadrilateral means 4 sides. Now, on this one, by the way, on this particular one, all of them have 4 sides. Okay, that's why they're called quadrilaterals. However, they have specific names. Okay, so we need to name them. So the first one is a rectangle. Then number 2 is a trapezoid. Okay, and then number 3 is a not a rhombus because the sides are not all the same. This side is not the same as this side, the same length. Okay, it's called a parallelogram, and I'm gonna write it up here so I have more room. Parallelogram. Try to say that a whole bunch of times fast. Oops. Let's draw a rectangle. Just say this was a trapezoid. And then number 3 is a parallelogram. It's an M, by the way. All right, number 4. What's that one called? Let me ask you this: are all 4 sides the same length? No, it's just a quadrilateral. By the way, if you thought of saying, "Oh, it's a diamond," okay, they're telling us that's not the name of a shape. Okay, number 5. Number 5. Now number 6. Now it's a rhombus. Okay, number 7. So rhombus. Uh, I'm gonna just go with a parallelogram because this side is not the same length as this side right here. Number 9. Number 8, sorry. That's a rectangle. And number 9. Parallelogram? Wait a minute. This side right here? This side is not parallel to this side. And neither is this. So what is it? It's just trapezoid looks like this. If it doesn't look like a square, if it's not a parallelogram, where all it has 2 pairs that are parallel of sides that are parallel, okay, okay, and if it doesn't look like a square or a rectangle, it's just a quadrilateral. It's just a shape with 4 sides. Quadrile. Sorry, quadrilateral. All right, 10. Yeah, I mean it's turned a little bit, right? It's not like the way we normally see them. They're not like this. Okay, so trapezoid. And rhombus, yeah. You could call it a parallelogram or a quadrilateral. Has a lot of names. So on a test, for example, if you had number 11 on a test, and you called it a parallelogram, I'm not going to mark it wrong because that is correct, right? If you called it a rhombus, I'm not going to mark it wrong either. Okay. If you call it a quadrilateral, I'm not going to mark it wrong either. Just so you know. And then obviously number 12. Okay. If you say, "Oh, Mr. Bertino, how about a parallelogram?" Well, if I take this line and then move this line, do you notice that they cross, right? Eventually they will cross. That's not a parallelogram. So this would be called a quadrilateral. All right. It says to name the polygon, or the quadrilateral. Obviously, this one is a quadrilateral. And number 2 it's not a rhombus because not all sides are the same length. This one's a square. 3 is a trapezoid. And then number 4, that's a parallelogram. You could call it quadrilateral too. Okay, but I'm going to call it a parallelogram. That's a better name for it. And for example, if I called Anthony a boy, yeah, he is a boy, but there's a better name for him, right? Anthony. Now, number 5, rhombus. Could be a square, but it doesn't have any right angles though. See, these are less. A right angle, a square has to have 4 right angles like this, like a rectangle has. and all the sides are the same. This one, all the sides are the same length. That's called a rhombus. Number 6, uh, 7. I think it's a rhombus. You could also call it a what? Quadrilateral or a parallelogram because opposite sides are parallel to each other. See, opposite sides are parallel to each other. Number 8 is a rectangle. And then number 9 is a quadrilateral. So 10 is a quadrilateral. That's it. That's it. It doesn't have any sides that are the same length. It doesn't have any pairs that are parallel to each other. So it's just the shape that has 4 sides. Kind of boring, don't you think? 11. I'm gonna go with the parallelogram because this side is probably not the same length as this side. I mean, if I took a ruler and did it, maybe. No, based on what you have, no, it's a parallelogram. And then 12 is a trapezoid. Bless you. Let's review some names and how do you classify those particular shapes. Okay, a quadrilateral can be classified by its sides and angles. That's it. If it has 4 sides and 4 angles, that's a quadrilateral. A square is a special quadrilateral. It has 4 right angles, and how do I know they're right angles? Well, by the little box in the corner, right there. By a little box in the corner. It has 4 right angles and 4 sides that are equal in length. A rectangle also has 4 right angles by the 4 little boxes in the corners. Okay, but the opposite sides, that means the bottom side and the top side, are the same length, and the left side is the same length as the right side. All right. In a parallelogram, both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. What that means is that the top side is parallel to the bottom side, and the left side is parallel to the right side, meaning they're going to be side by side. They'll never cross. Okay, and then obviously the last one there, a rhombus has 4 equal sides. Okay, 4 sides of equal length, and then opposite sides are parallel, and opposite angles are the same angle, or the same size. So this angle is opposite to this angle, diagonally like this. They're the same size. This angle here is opposite to this angle here. They're the same size. Okay. Think of a rhombus a, as a square that's tilted to the side, right? And lastly, a trapezoid only has 1 pair of parallel sides. That's the top and the bottom are parallel. Or if you have a rhombus that looks like this, the left side is parallel to the right side. Just 1 pair, that's it. So it says to identify it has 4 sides of equal length. Okay? And it's tilted to the side. That would be called a rhombus. Okay? This one only 1 pair of sides that are parallel, it's a trapezoid. And then a shape that has all 4 sides are equal, it's a square. And then both pairs of its opposite sides are parallel. What again? Okay, wait a minute. Somebody said a rectangle. Are the angles right angles? No. It's a parallelogram. Parallelogram. And then number 5. Oh, number 5 is a rectangle. If somebody was telling me that, the answer for that one, okay? So number 5, all 4 right angles. It has 4 right angles. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, its opposite sides are equal in length. So that means that the top side is the same length as the bottom side, and the left side is the same length as the right side. So this is called a rectangle. Ta-da! This just talks about more attributes. All quadrilaterals have some things in common. For example, they all have 4 sides and 4 angles. That's how you know they're a quadrilateral, because they have 4 sides and 4 angles. Just look at the parallelogram, which is this one, and this is the rhombus. 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And 4 angles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It says that both types of quadrilaterals have opposite sides that are equal in length and parallel. Now look at more examples of quadrilaterals. Well, here's some examples. I have a parallelogram. Okay. A parallelogram. I have a square, and the square has 4 right angles. A trapezoid only has 1 pair of parallel lines. A rectangle, opposite sides are the same length, and 4 right angles. And then this is a rhombus. Like a square, all 4 sides are the same length, but okay, it does not have right angles. Okay, and then opposite sides are parallel, and that's a rhombus. So we already talked about all the quadrilaterals. So the 2 quadrilaterals that have all the sides are equal in length, what would that be? That was close. Almost lost that. Sorry about that. So number 1, all sides are equal in length. You said one of them was a square. What's the other one? All the sides have to be the same length. Rhombus. Thank you. Now, at least 1 pair of parallel sides it has. At least 1 pair. A trapezoid. At least 1. Okay. What else? It could just at least 1. It could have more. A rectangle. What else? A rhombus. Parallelogram. Okay. Well, not a quadrilateral because we don't know what it looks like. So a trapezoid. Um, oh, square could be one. If you put down rectangle, that could also be one as well. Okay, and obviously parallelogram could also be one. Like that. And then there are 2 shapes that have 4 right angles and rectangle. Finally, you're going to do this page right here. It says color the triangles orange. Okay. So I need the triangles are orange. Okay, sorry. The triangles are orange. Color the squares pink. Colors the square pink. Color the pentagons blue. Color the hexagons brown. Okay, orange and brown. Sorry about the colors, but the heptagons green. And then color the octagons purple. Okay, and then the decagons yellow. And I think that's 11 sides, isn't it? 12? Well, then color these red then. I would do the red ones last. That way you know for sure. Go ahead and get started.